Are you tired of missing your appointments and forgetting to show up to things? This Zap from Zapier will make sure you never miss an appointment again. What we're gonna do in this is use your calendar to automate SMS to yourself so that way you don't forget anything. You can set as many as you need to make sure that you never forget and don't miss any more sales calls or important meetings. If you guys haven't already set up a Zapier account, there's a free trial, so go ahead and do that. What we're gonna do is create a new Zapier. So Zapier, all it's doing is automating APIs from one software to another. So it's really simple. You can actually write in what you want to do. So I've never used their new beta tool in Zapier to kind of teach this, but basically what we want to do is create a Google notification anytime there's an event coming up for a specific event type, and then I want it to actually text me to remind me, hey, show up to this event, here's a link to the Zoom. And so I'm going to hit create and let's see what happens. So here is the Google invite and then an SMS tool. I'm actually not familiar with this SMS, so let's see what happens and we'll try it out. Okay, so choose a Google Calendar. All right, so basically what we're gonna do is do a new event matches search. We're going to connect to our account and then we'll pick that search term. So for this example, I wanna use the search term podcast. Now it's not gonna go back and look at anything. It has to be a new event. So once you hit continue and then you come down here, you'll have to create one on your calendar, a brand new one that's called podcast, and it has to just have podcast. So if you had pod, whatever it was in that term, it will do that. And so here's what it looks like. And it was able to pull all that information. So I don't have this SMS tool, so let's try a different SMS tool. Let's see what our options are. SMS. So Zapier has its own built-in SMS tool. I've used ClickSend before. It's easy for automations like this, very, very cheap. Sales message a little bit more expensive, but I know that one will work as well. So let's just use their built-in tool. We'll go ahead and delete this step. I want to send an SMS. All right, so I'm gonna connect to my actual phone number. You have to put in a code here and click yes. All right, so we're gonna set up the SMS part of this. So you're just gonna send an SMS. You have to link your phone number and make sure to put in a code so that way it can send to your phone number. And then you'll put in a from number. I like to keep it the same, that way I have those reminders. You can put in whatever message you want just by selecting the fields here and then hit continue and test it or publish it. So I tested this one. It did just send me the SMS. And so that's awesome. That'll remind me when someone books if I use a tool. But what we want to do is add a delay in here so it sends X amount before. Let's go back to edit this app. So we're going to jump in here and do a delay. Okay, so we need to make sure to add in that delay. So what we're going to do is create a delay here, and then we're going to go to the delay and we'll pick the event time and always continue. And now what this will do is, see, test step. It'll basically stop until the specific time that the event is. So you'll get a reminder right at that time. Okay, so we finished this Zap, and the issue with it right now is that it was triggering at the exact time that we wanted the event to happen, but we want to get a 15-minute notice on this. So what we're gonna have to do is you'll create a new event here. Click right here, you'll create a new event, and you're gonna go to Formatter. So the Formatter will allow you to do math and other cool formatting tools, and from in there, what we're gonna do is we're gonna take the time of the event as our input. We're actually gonna, so it gives you information here. You're gonna go -15, which will allow you to do that. And then you're gonna format the date and time to however you need it to come out. So this was the from format to the to format. And then in here, instead of having the event time, we're now going to put the new format, which will be right here. And that's gonna be the time that it'll trigger. So it's 15 minutes early now instead of at the exact time. Continue, test, and then you are able to publish your automation. So this automation again will basically, an event will be created. It'll then store that event based on a specific keyword, so podcast. It'll reformat that time to be 15 minutes beforehand. Once time passes, it'll trigger with an SMS to your phone number reminding you about that event, so therefore you never forget those events. If you guys like automation tricks like this, please make sure to subscribe.